So welcome to Grand Final Day at the 2018 Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships. Coming to you live from Janea Netball Centre here in Sydney. Michael Hutchinson here with you for AMNA TV. First up on show court, it is the men's 20 and under division, New South Wales up against Victoria. And on court one in the mixed reserves, same two teams again, Victoria up against New South Wales. Teams are about to be announced on court.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Victoria goal shooter Natalie Billings, goal attack Michael Dower, wing attack Kate Patterson, centre Hannah Kuha, wing defence Colin Croft, goal defence Jamie Clark, goalkeeper Trent Williams, subs are Tamay Adams, Alex Green, Brett Hoffman, Richard Ryan, Michelle Williams. Coach of Victoria Mixed Reserves is David O'Hare, managers are Jane Higgs and Kate McCarthy. Ladies and gentlemen, New South Wales on court one, mixed reserves. Would you please welcome goal shooter Grant McLeod, goal attack Brittany Berry, wing attack Megan Marcosi, centre Alison Kerr, wing defence Matthew Gauchi, goal defence Angela Williams, goalkeeper Ani Bonvatu. Subs are Veronica Smith, Lon Riley, Rochelle Buzard, Erin Coughlin, Nathan Dunn, Izzy Samu. Coaches Tom Patelli and manager Nicola Garvey. Ladies and gentlemen, on centre court, show court, 20s and under, would you please welcome for New South Wales, goal shooter Didier Michelle. Goal attack Connor Wilson. Wing attack, Marcus Parkuku. Apologies. Centre, Stephen Wiborosti. Wing defence, Cooper Ellis. Goal defence, Connor Wilson. Goalkeeper, Tom Robson. Subs are Callum Evans, Cooper Thompson, Tyson Lalongo, and Brad Craig. Coaches Dennis Mapara and manager is Brooke Berry. For Victoria, 20s and under, please welcome Manawa Apandu. Goal attack, Adam Holden-Hoodworth. Wing attack, Joel Goswell. Centre, Henry Dixon. Wing defence, Anthony Manapoto. Goal defence, Jack Novak. Goalkeeper, David Marilucci. Subs are Kyle Heaney, Dale Mason, James Sutton, coaches Gary Moore, and manager Esonia Fibo. Ladies and gentlemen, the umpires for the mixed reserve is Dean Hurst and Josh Ellis. Reserve umpires Deb Tapper, and the on show court 20s and under Olivia Johnston, Brooke Quilter, and reservist Kate Thackeray. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the national anthem? Enjoy the game.
So teams come together in the middle to shake hands. Daniel Cook joins me in commentary for this one, the coach of the Australian 20 and under team who will contest the Trans-Tasman Cup later in the year. Daniel, welcome.
Thanks, it's good to be here this morning.
So plenty to play for, not only for the title for your state, but also for Australian selection. But I believe most of the minds have been made up in that regard, Daniel.
Yeah, Australian selection has been a very interesting week. It's good to see a lot of teams in the competition and an opportunity for a lot of boys to put their hands up for the Australian team coming up in October. But yeah, the Australian team's already done and dusted, so this game is all about the title.
Those announcements will be made tonight for the Australian team at the AMNA Awards following all the grand finals today. Plenty of action coming your way. This time slot has the 20 and under and mixed reserve matches at 11:30. Open mixed and men's reserve. Both of those matches, Victoria up against Queensland, and in the men's open match, the big one at 1:45, Paige Hadley will be joining us in commentary from the New South Wales Swifts. New South Wales up against Queensland. So just another minute or so before we need to get underway. The umpires are still seated. They're happy to make the players wait. Players are keen. So just to run through those starting sevens for you again. Didier Michel at goal shooter for New South Wales. Fraser at goal attack. Puroku at wing attack. Riborowski at centre. Alice, Wilson and Robon the back three. For Victoria, Aranui at goal shooter. Hugworth at goal attack. Gosbell, Dixon and Maniapoto at wing defence. Novak and Marilak at goalkeeper. They've faced each other 3 times already this week. Victoria, 12-goal winners on day 1, 47-35. Day 3, a similar scoreline, 47-36, but New South Wales turned it around in the major semi-final, 51-49 winners, which meant that Victoria had to play a prelim last night. So New South Wales have had a couple more hours recovery. Almost ready to get underway now on the court. Umpires have blown their whistle.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the hands of the umpires.
Victoria with the first centre pass through Dixon. Gosbell. Novak. A versatile player, can play goals as well.
Tough call there, I think, for Riborowski. Looked pretty clean off that one.
Hugworth keeps it in. Just out on New South Wales on the contest. Victoria will take the throw in. Kept in by Hugworth. Perhaps not, according to the umpire. And Victoria will get the throw in. New South didn't wait till Hugworth was back on court. All 14 players must be on court before you can take the throw in. Coming through was Wilson. Draws the contact from Dixon. So a shaky start from both sides. Puroku goes long to Michel. Oh, misses his first attempt. Fraser makes good with his first. Off the Victorian centre pass. Puroku now. Fraser. Dangerous ball. Puroku just too much on it.
It's good pressure then by Victoria on forcing that long ball into Michel. If they can continue to do that and play the front space, I think they're in with a good shot today.
Manipoto, Gospel, Aranui. Dixon. Nice cut from Hoogworth. First shot successful. A goal apiece. 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Victoria looking for 2 in a row just to convert the turnover. Hoogworth, oh, out was Robin. Beautiful bounce pass, almost dropped at the feet of Aranui. A lot of pressure being applied over the pass from the Vics. Flick pass from Fraser to Michelle. Misses with his second attempt.
And I'm interested to see how today goes. Victoria got off to a really good start yesterday in the semi-final, and New South Wales were able to pull it back in towards the end of the match and come away with the win. So if they can keep in the game, it'll be interesting to see what New South Wales does towards the end of the match today.
New South Wales now with the turnover. Alice looks long to Michelle. Was ball side. That's 3 misses in a row for Michelle. But Fraser, 3 successful in a row. And that's on the Vic centre pass. Fraser and Parocco just running over the top of one another. Griboroski looks to the circle. Flicks into Michelle now. 4 missed shots for Didier Michelle. You really want to get your first goal in the opening minutes, don't you?
It is. It's a hard thing to be able to do, to come on in the grand final, and once you miss the first one, it starts to get into your head. And Michelle probably just needs to settle down and calm down, relax, take a normal shot, like it's just another normal game, and focus on technique, and should be able to get the job done then.
Fraser, though, having no trouble with the ring so far. So Victoria reset. Gosbell now. Shake of the post on Hoogworth's shot. Hoogworth was in the 17 and under development side just 2 years ago, so he's made a lot of progress. Didier Michelle, he was actually very young when he played in the 23 New South Wales side 2 years ago. They were state champions then, but had a knee injury that he's had to overcome in the past 12 months.
Also one player of the grand final that year for New South Wales as well, so impressive talent.
Plenty of talent through the ranks in all the states across the country. 42 teams descended on Sydney for this Australian Championships, the largest ever. Just 10 years ago, there was only 20 teams, so they've doubled the amount of participants, added 2 divisions. The sport is booming at the minute. Trans-Tasman Cup will be coming to you. Just had confirmation this morning. We will be live streaming that from Adelaide in October, so that's exciting.
Really great drive there. Unfortunately, couldn't get the ball into the circle, but nice attack from Victoria.
So Hoogworth will take the throw in. Offside from Alice. Can play in the circle as well. Aranui, confident shooter. Just unsuccessful on that occasion. Hoogworth unlucky, didn't really have room to land. Hoogworth now a penalty for the second delay.
Not surprised by that call. I thought he delayed the first one and the turnover got changed over, but that one definitely it took a little bit of time to get back onto court. Went around the outside.
Oh, good touch from Dixon. Novak, Maniapoto. New South Wales just clogged the middle of the court. Quick play of the pass from Dixon into Aranui. And they draw level at 5 apiece. Halfway through the first term. They've been really just trading turnovers and a couple of goals each. Touch from Wilson. Kept in from Dixon, but New South Wales pick up the ball. Fraser, he knew he was going to get called for the replay.
And a lot of turnovers here already this morning. I think both midfielders are really quite strong defensively, and that's somewhere that I'm really watching for the rest of the game as to who's going to create those turnovers through the middle. We've seen both shooters set up really well on the goal attack to be able to create the space in front of them. And the midcourt is probably where the ball started to be lost, and I think that comes from the defensive pressure that both midcourt sets have.
So we might be looking at a really low-scoring game with all that pressure in the middle.
A little bit different to the 17s game last night where
It was a shootout.
Nearly 120 goals scored in that match.
That was a brilliant game. Victoria winning the 17 and under division 59-57 against Queensland, and in the 23 and under division 35-27, Victoria winning that one also. So they've got 2 state titles already, and they're in 4 more finals today. 2 right now and 2 more at 11:30. Good touch from Novak. Fraser does the front cut.
Nice high ball in there from Borowski though.
Michelle just not confident as yet. That one's successful. Brings New South Wales back to level pegging. Good touch from Ellis. Gosbell will take the throw in. Dixon, Hoogworth drove outside the circle, but Wilson followed him, so it's a defending out of court call. I'm not sure. And Wilson cautioned now for talking while out of play. Aranui. Next is third. Ellis has to go back. Riborowski, Fraser. Vic's now with the pressure in the middle.
You can see the defensive pressure again from Victoria. I think both teams are really making it hard for the other team to transition through the court.
Riborowski now looks into the circle, elects not to pass in.
The ball's under.
Does now. He almost had it for 3.
Great vision again from Riborowski.
Maniapoto to Gosbell. Wilson used his outside arm.
He's been pretty good so far, I think. Really attacking the ball hard. Giving Adam Hoogworth something to really actually think about, different position to be in, and making sure that he's getting onto the ball.
Aranui, tries to shoot it from out of court. Umpire calls the throw in. So just under 4 minutes to go in the first term. We're locked at 7 apiece in the 20 and under division grand final. Gosbell had front position. but Ellis first hand to the ball. Fraser. Puroku, quick flick. Over to Michelle. Again. Short on the shot.
6 misses for the first quarter, so 3 from 9 at the moment from Michelle. You would really look if they can start to score out of these balls. You'd see New South Wales running away with it a little bit further, but
just another fumble from New South Wales there. So Victoria just looking for a little bit of consistency as they approach quarter time. It's been a fairly scrappy first quarter. Neither side are giving an inch. Maniapoto, Novak. Now they progress forward, but too wide for Dixon.
Yeah, Victoria really need to come away from the sideline, move themselves back into the middle of the court, or switch up the sides that they're playing on, move the ball around a little bit. They look really stationary into the centre and side of the court. So
Bosbell, they're looking into the circle, but Aranui's not on. And as soon as Hugworth gets too close to the circle edge, Wilson's peeling off to double team Aranui, so it's not, I thought Aranui had first hand to that,
yeah, I thought
Robin
so
has been awarded the take. Fraser now. Riborowski. Roku. Maniapoto, quick reflexes, but called for the contact. That's better from Michelle. 4 from 10 now. And New South Wales with the centre pass. Chance to give themselves a bit of a lead.
Marillac had a look at that one. I
He
really
did.
think he just needed to go out for it. The ball sat up in the air for a little while, and he's got the speed to get out for the ball.
Minutes ago in the first quarter, New South Wales lead by 2. Hugworth 1-2 with Gosbell. Just setting the penalty. Hugworth hasn't missed, 5 from 5. Chance for a goal from New South Wales if they're good enough. That's probably their quickest play of the game, which gives Victoria time now.
Michelle just set that one up though really well by sitting in a different spot, sat front for that ball, and the ball was able to get into the circle really quickly.
Aranui responds. It's going to force New South Wales to score quicker than what they did just a matter of seconds ago. Puroku, touch there from Marillac, gets the call. And that is quarter time. So the Vics will be happy that they were able to stop New South Wales scoring that last goal. But the home state do lead at quarter time in the 20 and under grand final, 10-9 against Victoria.
1. Victoria mixed reserve 9.
So New South Wales lead by 1 at quarter time. Diddy Michelle 6 from 12 in that first quarter at 50%. Fraser 4 from 4 for Victoria. Aranui 4 from 6 at 67%, and Hugworth 5 straight. So Victoria had 5 less attempts in that first quarter, and I noticed Craig Moore in that breakdown speaking specifically with his defenders. I wonder if he's trying to change up tactics with Wilson and Robin in the goal circle on Didier Michel.
So look, I really think that Victoria probably need to look at changing up their starting spot. We saw it at the end of the quarter. They got a stop, and there's something new and different. So a bit of, and maybe some work from Jake Novak on the outside of the circle might help out. Taylor Fraser's got a lot of ball and has helped the midfielders get to circle edge. So that always helps to get the ball into the tool.
Better start from Michel in the second quarter. He scored his last 4 straight. Dixon, Hugraf. That was a better build-up from the Vics. Aranui confident on the shot. Riborowski's just momentarily lost his bib. Puraku, Fraser.
We've seen an attack from Marilock there towards the outside of the circle. I think that might have been what Craig Moore was having to talk about. There was a couple of balls in the first quarter that really went out and across the circle edge.
So Robin gets possession. Sorry, Marilock. Held ball on Novak.
I thought that was a bit quick on that one.
Quick take of the penalty from New South Wales. Hugworth keeps the ball in play, but no one for Victoria was offering to back him up. Puraku. Back to Ellis, straight in from Ellis, but is frustrated with himself with that one. He knows it wasn't the best pass. Maniapoto was just held up a little there. Flick pass from Novak. Probably should have been taken by Hugworth.
Great vision from Novak. You know, really got to make sure of every ball that you get is caught and you stay steady with it. And I think he just got a little bit of a rush of blood, thinking that he was going to be close to all alone at the underneath the post.
Wilson, Ellis, call for step.
Another unlucky call, I think. I'm a bit unsure on whether that was a step or not.
Yeah, I thought he had the ball in the air.
Yeah.
The players move incredibly fast.
We've seen both teams in the midcourt really holding up each other, and the turnovers still coming in the beginning of this quarter in the same spaces.
Aranui with the front cut that time. It's probably something that Victoria need to look at as well. To change up the way they structure their attack end. Riborowski through the hands of Fraser, who's going to be first to it. Marilock just outruns Michel.
It's a great chase there from Marilock. Started in the backspace, but really got like burst of speed onto the ball. Tapped it forward, picks it up.
Quick pass from Gosbell. Hugworth just waiting for Robin to clear space. Unsuccessful with the shot. Aranui though, confident, 4 straight to open the second term. Oh, Hugraf, yeah, just didn't get enough height on the ball, on the pass in. Aranui was home alone. Viborowski. Fraser through his hands again. Bit of a misdirected pass from Aranui just to put it into the space where New South Wales was swarming. And now Wilson with a caution.
The boys will need to be a little bit careful. That's the third caution for the morning. We're only 5 minutes into the second quarter. Especially if the game gets really tight and you want to be able to contest the ball as much as you possibly can towards the end of the match. Caution at the start is probably not what you're wanting to have.
Marillac, good footwork, kept his balance and now re-offers. Maniapoto, Novak.
Marillac's changed his starting spot in the beginning of this quarter. He started to get off the body a little bit and really confuse the space for Michelle and confuse the space for the mid-quarters. And I think if he can continue to do that, maybe start having a crack on the ball on the outside of the circle, it might result in some more turnovers for Victoria.
Fraser. Good pass into Michelle, but he's off target twice.
Just needs to calm down, I think, on the shot. He's just rushed the last two, put it up really quickly. He does have a quick shot, but on that, there's a time and place that you've got to make sure the ball gets through the hole.
That's Fraser's first miss of the game. So Victoria with a 1-goal lead. Gosbell. Dixon.
Great vision.
Yeah, Robin went out hunting. And Vic's restore a 2-goal lead. And now a held ball against New South Wales.
I think the umpire on this side of the court has a bit of a quick 3-second call. I don't think that was a 3-second call either, but the boys need to start paying attention. Maybe that's two that have gone at 2.5 seconds and they need to then release the ball a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I think too that when there's pace in the game, time seems to go a lot quicker.
It does.
Particularly if you're having a second look at an option. So Victoria 7-3 in this term. Gosbell, strong take. Well held up. Aranui screamed for the ball. Vic's lead by 4.
And just looking at the two benches at the moment, New South Wales not so vocal and the Victorian bench really up and about.
Halfway through this second term now. Aranui again. Robin out hunting. So Hugraf is losing Wilson. And it's open at the back, but New South Wales on the attack now. Fraser, because he's shooting over Novak, just rims out. Marillac. Novak. Victoria just keeping it short and sharp, but Wilson picks it off.
Really struggled with that New South Wales press then.
Had no drivers through the middle of it. So New South Wales with the chance to peg it back again. Lead was out to 4. Michelle. A better shot. 17-16 in favour of the Vics. Maniapoto, Novak. Both shooters behind their defenders. Now Hugworth moves to create some space. Aranui, 8 straight this term.
Stepped up this term, really been able to find space under the post. Great work from Marillac.
Yes, brilliant positioning. First hand to the ball. Novak.
Gives away a little bit of height there, but he does have a jump on him, so he can be a little bit dangerous up in the air.
Buraku, Fraser. Maniapoto got good hand. Couldn't keep it alive. A medals to go player of the match to be awarded also for the grand final. Dan Cook will select that. Michelle. Shaw's New South Wales back to 1 again. Under 5 remaining until half time. Victoria now struggling in the centre third. 1, 2, 3, Hoogworth.
A little bit of discipline probably needed on that one, just not to give away the penalty.
Kuraku, Fraser. Hasn't had a shot for a while.
The contest between Ellis and Goswell has been really interesting. I think it's been a bit each way. Ellis has had a few touches and a few tips on the ball, but Goswell's been able to hit top of the circle a few times as well. So I'm interested to see how that goes for the rest of the game.
Long shot from Hoogworth, successful. Vic's hit 20. Victoria lead New South Wales in the mixed reserve final also. 16-15, another low-scoring affair. Coming up next at 11:30 on Show Court, the mixed open grand final between Victoria and Queensland. And on Court 1, the men's reserve, Victoria and Queensland. And then at 1:45, the big one, men's open division, New South Wales and Queensland. Stay with us for that one. I'll be joined by Paige Hadley for that contest from the New South Wales Swifts. She loved her time here the other day, wanted to come back for more. Aranui, 10 straight this quarter.
And Aranui's really stepped up this quarter. I think been a real valid option for Victoria. Only had the 6 shots in the first, and Craig Moore must have had a bit of a word to say because Manny's really stepped it up this quarter. Having said that, Michelle's just scored his 9th, so
it's a battle of the GSs.
It is at the moment. The first quarter goal attacks were in a little bit more control.
It's coming out of the hand sweetly from Aranui. I think too, there's been a change in the way the Vics played. Instead of waiting for the ball to come into the goal circle, Aranui's come out looking for it.
It's a tough
Michelle
ball.
is down. Gets up a little gingerly. Fraser. He's been a little quieter in this second term. Dixon, Gosbell, Hoogworth. And no call from the umpire. Aranui expecting a contact call for the bump. Fair contest, said the umpire.
That's something you have to watch out for. You've really got to play every ball until the umpire blows their whistle. You can't expect that there's going to be a call whether you're under the post, outside the circle, or anywhere along the court. And knowing that might come with time as well for the under-20s.
Novak with the contact on Michelle. Michelle's still not 100% confident on the shot as New South Wales draw level. Under a minute remaining, 22 apiece. Riborowski, Fraser.
Great vision.
Yeah, that opened up there for New South Wales. Oh, Maniapoto got his hand in. Got contact call, though.
I think he thinks he's a little bit unlucky on that one, though.
I maybe tend to agree with him a little bit. Fraser to take the shot. New South Wales take the lead. Under 10 seconds remaining. 6. Are Vic good enough?
And there's no rush from Victoria here to go.
No rush. No delay call from the umpire either, but at half-time, New South Wales lead Victoria in the 20 and under division grand final, 23-22. So Victoria actually had the margin out to 4, but New South Wales got some breaks in the mid-court, so they have some work to do. Aranui, 11 straight in that second term. Hoogworth, 2 from 4, 3 from 5 for Fraser, and 10 from Didier Michel from 16 attempts. So still not the most perfect shooting stats, but New South Wales clearly have had more possession in that first half.
They have. Whilst Michelle has had the 12 misses so far, I think he's also able to get up for the rebound and pull them back in. So it's not just missed attempts; he's able to get them back, and that can be really vital in when you're not having a great shooting game, that you get up for the rebound. Manoa Aranui then 11 from 11 is a really good statistic. Not all of those were from under the post, so I think the rest of this game is in good stead. Hopefully, we're in for another close one.
So we go to the halftime break. New South Wales up against Victoria in the 20 and under division. New South lead 23-22 at the main break.
Passion, dedication, fun, and fitness. What do all these things have in common? These are all the qualities of Game Clothing and our brand ambassadors, professional athletes Laura Langman and Stephanie Wood. Stay up to date with all the latest ambassador and product news at gameclothing.com.au.
So we're back here for the third quarter. On court 1, Victoria lead New South Wales in the mixed reserve division 21-16. You can catch that stream at amna.com.au and netballscoop.com. You can try and watch both games at the same time. New South Wales have made some changes at the main break. Puroku and Riborowski have swapped positions in the middle. Evans has come on at wing defence. Alice has shifted to goalkeeper, and Robin has come off. Aranui, following on that fine form from the second quarter, sits at 16 from 18, at 88% for the game. Hugworth, 7 from 9 at 78%. Vic's at 85% to half-time. Didier Michel, 16 from 28 at 57%. And Fraser, 7 from 9 at 78% also. 62% shooting for the first half from New South Wales, but they did have 11 more attempts at goal and plenty of rebounds from Michelle. Hugworth gets on the board in the second half. Victoria haven't made any changes. They're going to try and ride this one out. They've got the first break of the third quarter. It opens up now for Dixon. Evans has got long arms. 3-1 start to the Vics, 90 seconds in to the third quarter.
Great touch from Jake Novak there. Just attacking off the ball. I think Taylor Fraser also in the end of the second quarter looked to get a little bit more sluggish. Wasn't getting onto the ball as quickly, and if it continues like that, Jake Novak might be able to get onto some more balls and cause some turnovers for Victoria. But great ball in there onto Michelle under the post.
Josh Ellis, captain of the New South Wales 20s, did speak to the umpires at half-time, just seeking some clarification as to the hand over the ball on the shot.
Great contest there from Wilson, though. I think you've got to get up for those balls and really force Victoria into having to really pull it in.
Yeah, Maniapoto misses his first in a while. Sorry, Aranui misses his first in a while. Maniapoto at wing defence for the Vics. Time called now for the court to be wiped.
And Cooper Ellis just telling New South Wales that it's time to calm down. We've got to really concentrate on getting the ball through to the circle and maybe putting some pressure on Victoria.
It's been a frantic start to the third term, in contrast to the first two quarters where it was a little sluggish.
Great hold from Michelle there. Really set himself up into the front space and blocked Marilock out from having any attempt at the ball.
Kuroko, I think he was lucky to get that call on Dixon. Riborowski
Has been really good at feeding Michelle today. The ball goes up nice and high into the air, really well into the space.
Oh, a touch from Fraser on the Dixon centre pass. Puroku, Riborowski, straight up to Michelle. Contact on Marilock. New South Wales have started this second half the better of the two teams. Didier Michelle, 5 straight to start this third quarter. Michelle chases it down. Fraser. Oh, Novak tried to defend the pass. Fraser's going to go it alone. Rims out. But we'll take the penalty shot on Marilock. Both defenders now out. So Vics had the lead by 4 in the second quarter, but New South Wales have come back and now they lead by 4. Good attempt from Alice, contact from Wilson.
Wilson really doing a good job of sitting off the body and then coming hard at the ball, getting himself into the space and really causing Victoria some issues with trying to get the ball through their second phase and into the goal circle.
Alice has had some impact on Aranui in this first 5 minutes. Marilak went out hunting. Oh, unlucky for Victoria. Jake Novak tried to get back on court as quick as he could. Fraser looked to throw to Riborowski, went straight to Michelle. That's his first miss of the term. Marilak, Novak, down to Hugworth. Mania Porto now, looks long, Alice. He had good line to the ball, was just second to it.
Yeah. Look, Cooper Ellis has really got to go for those. He is known for actually being able to come out and take a crack at balls on the outside of the circle. So to continue to keep doing that, take the risks and come up trumps for the team.
And Alice has got a great jump on him too.
And Cooper's dad was formerly my teammate as well in the Australian Open team a long, long time ago. But my first Australian Open team had his dad, Troy, as the captain. So comes from good netball stock.
Gosbell. He was a little quiet in the second quarter. Hugworth. As Victoria try to peg the margin back to 1. Evans stays on side. Great attempt around the outside of the circle. And now he's in the middle looking for a driver. Fraser, Wilson. Being a little safer in this quarter, New South Wales. Their pass selection's far better than in the first half. Same probably can't be said for Michelle's shot.
But New South Wales is still retaining the ball, still fighting hard for it afterwards. You know, if there's no fight though, that's where the issue would come. But they're still working really hard to make sure that that ball stays in their retention.
So New South Wales a chance to restore the 4-goal lead. They have enjoyed this quarter. Evans, Wilson, Vic's now. Hands over everything. Good touch from Hugworth. I think he went offside and was waiting for the call. Gosbell, Aranui waits for it to clear.
Nice dodge from Hugworth there.
Margin back to 2 with the Vic centre pass. Halfway through the third term. Quick flick of the pass to Aranui.
That's a great ball there from Goswell, just vision under the post that Aranui was available.
They're going to need to play a little smarter around Josh Ellis. He's a brilliant defender. Hands in from Dixon and Hugworth. Fraser now. Riborowski. This quarter flowing far better in a game sense. But still every pass contested. Just a lack of communication between Hugworth and Aranui as to the space in the circle then. Both went up for the pass and Alice collected. Wilson. Contact from Novak. Kuroku. Oh, picked up from Marilak.
Great attack on the ball there from Marilak, but Victoria really need to look at converting this one and getting some depth in the court. I think the last couple of times in transition, they've gone side to side a lot, and they need to kind of start attacking the circle edge and get the ball down.
Margin back to 1. New South Wales with the centre pass. Fraser. Goes Bell. Yeah, Wilson didn't really throw it to anyone in particular. Puroku just looks long to Michelle. Riborowski, well done to Michelle to keep that in play. Marilak went out hunting to have a look on that pass to Puroku across the circle. Michelle restores the 2-goal lead. Gosbell and Hugworth on the same side. Fraser has a go. Dixon
just missing Aranui under the post. I think could have opened up his vision, looked in.
Second miss of the quarter from Aranui.
Those ones really need to be scored by a goal shooter that close to the post.
Puroku just sort of takes more than his landing space. And not the best ball in to the circle. Novak. Dixon. Oh, great pass. Wilson keeps it in. Alice, Puroku, and New South Wales are away.
Hugworth was looking for a call then and really probably needs to just get on with the job and not ask the umpire for a call to come, even if he thinks that it's on.
So Fraser. New South Wales have a chance to restore the 4-goal lead they enjoyed earlier in the quarter. Aranui just held all that space in front. Strong rebound. And Victoria again the chance to bring it back to 1. Alice is leaving pretty much the circle alone to Aranui, looking to have a crack out front.
Hadley Dixon really needs to attack the ball, curve the end of his leads there, just let Callum Evans into the play. But overcooked the pass there to Hugworth, and Victoria trying to keep it in, but New South Wales with the turnover.
Yeah, no one on the circle edge to try and collect it. Puroku just uncontested into the space for Michelle. New South Wales again have a chance to make it 4. Riborowski. Maniaporto, I think, has gone really quiet. I think the move to switch Puroku and Riborowski was a smart one from New South Wales.
Yeah, I did like that one. I thought that Puroku was doing a really good job in wing attack in the first half as well. But I think that, you know, Maniaporto's probably been a bit quiet today, even from the rest of the tournament. But I also think the pressure from Jake Novak on Taylor Fraser's probably dropped off a little bit, especially at the transverse line, and really probably needs to pick that up. I feel like Taylor's getting a little bit free. Able to just do a little bit more damage and get a little bit more ball, help the mid-quarters attack the circle edge.
Strong shot from Aranui. Great jump from Ellis. No relation to Liz from what I know, but still a great jump.
And now's really a clutch time in the game. So it's a three-goal game. There's a minute 30 to go in the third. If someone can come up with a turnover from either team, really force it, it takes it either out to a 4-goal game, brings it back to, or a 5-goal game, even if they can then score off the turnover. And at the other end, it's back to a 1-goal game, and everyone goes into the break with their heart beating, and you know it's so close.
.90 seconds to go in the third term. Quarter break 13-10 to New South Wales. Two misses there from New South Wales. Victoria will look to score. once, maybe twice. And go into the last change with some momentum. Wilson says, I don't think so.
Victoria really just need to be aware of the setup from New South Wales so they can put the ball into the right spaces.
Yeah, and Hoogworth and, I don't know, we're just on the same side of the court there, just stationary as well.
Yeah. I think Victoria were looking at trying to look after the ball, but once you get stationary, it's not necessarily, you're not necessarily able to look after the ball. You just give the defender the opportunity to read for the intercept.
I don't know, we just turned the back towards the ball, and Wilson, hand again. He's had a brilliant third quarter. Riborowski, Fraser, into Michelle. Mariluk unlucky, had good positioning.
Ball delivery there from Fraser is probably a little bit suspect. I really think he needs to put it into the space where the defender can't get up for that ball and making sure that Michelle can pull it in.
That goal will not count from New South Wales. Time just got the better of them. So New South Wales lead Victoria at three-quarter time, 35-32 at the last break. On court one, Victoria mixed have extended their lead over New South Wales mixed reserve, 29-23. So we have two brilliant last quarters coming up. Suggest you don't go anywhere. New South Wales lead Victoria in the 20 and under division grand final, 35-32. So back here for the last quarter. New South Wales have swapped Kuroko and Evans, wing defence and centre. Victoria have made a couple of changes. Heaney is one of them on at wing attack. Gosbell has moved to centre, so Dixon's come off. Sutton is on at wing defence, and Maniaporto's moved to goal defence, so Novak has come from the court also. Sutton gives a little bit of extra height to the Vics at wing defence. Oh, a touch from Heaney.
I think it looks like it might be a good move from Craig Moore, moving Maniapoto into the goal circle. We spoke about Jake Novak just losing touch with Taylor Fraser in the last quarter. A bit of a change up there. Great start from New South Wales, so it's really what you want to build on from the 3-goal lead. They take it out to 5. And Wilson again with the turnover. A lovely touch from Gosbell and backed up by Victoria.
Contact from Puraku, sorry. Vics. Heaney's sort of offering but stationary. I think Hoogworth probably could have put up that shot. 5 from 8 from Aranui in that third quarter. 5 from 5 from Hoogworth. While for New South Wales, Didier Cohen 9 from 13 at 69%. That was his burst return in terms of percentage for the game, and Fraser 3 from 5. Oh. Maniapoto just gives away the penalty. Fraser settles. And 5 goals, that is the biggest margin of the game. We've only had it at 4. Both sides have had that advantage. Aranui brings one back. New South Wales with 17 more attempts at goal, make that 18. And Fraser restores the 5-goal margin. 3 gone in the last. Aranui was home alone, but Puraku with a deliberate obstruction, unsighted by the umpire.
Goswell's done a really good job with the quick feed into Aranui today. I think he looked for a couple just a little bit further off the circle than circle edge and been able to find Aranui under the post.
Gosbell. And a contact call, offensive contact on Heaney as he tried to get free from Puraku at the centre pass. Ruborowski. Jump from Maniapoto. Good attempt.
I do like the structure from Victoria in this quarter, really trying to have a goal at the intercept, putting Maniapoto back into the circle to really have a goal at the high ball. He probably has just a little bit more elevation than what Jake Novak does.
Evans. He had a pretty good third quarter when he came on, and now at centre he's got more space to do damage. New South Wales, the lead is 7. 10 minutes to go in the game, and picked off by Wilson. Victoria, they've just stopped driving into attack, making it really hard for themselves. Michelle. New South Wales have just come out from the break, firing 8-3 in the first 5 minutes. Too much on at that time.
That turnover could be telling it may let Victoria back into a game. You still want to make sure that, whilst they've got an 8-3 lead this quarter, you really want to try and bury your opposition, and there was an opportunity for New South Wales to kind of bury Victoria a little bit further and nearly push it out to a 10-goal lead.
just not clicking for Victoria at the minute. New South Wales, their pressure is relentless. Riborowski. Michelle, where he likes to be. Medals to go, player of the match coming up. After this one, Dan Cook has the privilege to make that difficult decision. Wilson grabbed a couple of intercepts in the third quarter that's turned the game, and 2 more in the last. Sweet shot from Fraser. Margin now 10.
Just noticing that Mariluck looks a little bit sore. Came up a little bit poppy off that one. So Victoria really just need to stop looking for a call or the call not to go against them, and really just try to fight hard for the ball.
Michelle 7 from 8 this quarter. His eye is now in, and margin at 11.
And Wilson seems to be everywhere. Really?
He had something at 3/4 time. Oh, smart ball from Aranui. It's been a long time between goals for the Vics. Margin back to 10. Need a couple of stops if they're going to be a chance. Contact on offside call, maybe?
Contact there on Evans, just forcing his way through.
Aranui, sweet shot. Hasn't had the ball for a while. Vic centre pass. Vic needs some drivers coming from their attack end. Paroko just getting underneath Heaney there. Quick ball in to Aranui. It's better play from the Vics. Nice jump from Alice. Margin back to 8. Under 7 remaining in the 20 and under grand final. Now New South Wales looking to steady.
Just noticed Joel Goswell's been involved in the last 2 plays for Victoria, stepping up as the captain, really trying to make a difference and get his team back into it.
Fraser to take the shot as Michelle looks to get position for the rebound, no need. They're 12 from 13, New South Wales, which is astounding given they sat at 60% accuracy at 3/4 time.
Smart play then from Aranui, just faking Cooper Ellis into jumping and creeping in and getting an obstruction call to get a closer shot to the post.
New South Wales still comfortable with a 9-goal lead. Mariluck, he's tried all day. Gosbell. Hoogworth. He's looked twice into Aranui and didn't want to pass. Hesitancy just not what Victoria need at the moment.
You can see the call from Dennis Napara on the bench, the New South Wales coach, just asking them to settle down, make sure that they can score this goal.
Now a held ball against New South Wales. Victoria lead New South Wales in the mixed reserves division 38-28. They've only got 5 minutes to go in their grand final on court 1. Maniapoto, Sutton, Heaney. Hoogworth, 2 back on Aranui. Too much on it from Gosbell. It's been a long time between under 20 titles for New South Wales. In fact, it was an under 19s division until 2014. So they are yet to win an under 20 title. This would be their first. Fraser hasn't missed this quarter. Margin back out to 10. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Fraser. Wilson. Puroku. Riborowski. Fraser on the drive. They ignore him.
A really good smart offer there from Taylor Fraser,
Yeah.
and then just the offload to under the post, really setting it up well, working well with his teammate, just trying to get the front ball, bring the defender off, and then finding the front spot for Michelle, who's under the post.
Heaney. Straight into Aranui, who...
Victoria looking a little bit stationary here.
Yeah, there was stuff that was working in the second quarter that they haven't just been able to continue on. I think Ellis has really played a fine second half. He's just caused some doubt in the feeding into the circle. Nothing but net from Aranui, but it could be too little too late for Victoria. Puroku, Riborowski regathers, no replay call. Fraser.
Great fight there from Taylor Fraser to get that ball.
Brilliant play. Towel has been called again. Quick play of the centre pass from Victoria, but Alice has been hunting out the whole second half. Gosbell's still trying.
Gospel's been pretty good for Victoria today, I think. That's probably been the steady ship for them, but New South Wales just really too strong under the post, creating the turnovers in the defensive end. Connor Wilson really attacking the ball. Cooper Ellis making a difference at the end, really stopping the ball getting into Aranui.
Yeah, Mariluck just hasn't had... If he'd had another 2 centimetres on him, I reckon he'd have got a few more balls, but Didier Cohen just so strong in the air. And it looks like Victoria will take the mixed reserve title. That's 3 in a row for Victoria in the men's mixed reserve division. Up by 6-7 with under a minute to go on court 1. And New South Wales will take the 20 and under title. Sutton, Heaney, Gosbell, Wilson out again. He's been everywhere in this second half. 2 brilliant intercepts in this last term.
Great jump from Cooper Ellis.
Vics just have been starved of possession in this final quarter. Aranui elects to pass out. Margin was 12 at its biggest, and in fact Victoria led by 4, so it's been a massive effort from New South Wales to turn this game around. Aranui's just been so impressive in goals. 28 from 33 for the game. Best stats on court. Fraser can't find Michelle on that occasion, but Wilson again. That's Wilson's goal. Great finish from New South Wales. Under 20 seconds remaining. It's New South Wales' first title of the 2018 Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships. A final turnover in the final seconds. And New South Wales have done it. 53-42 over Victoria in the 20 and under division. Heartbreak for Victoria, elation for New South Wales. It's been a massive week. They lost their first 2 games to Victoria on day 1 and 3 by margins of 12 and 11. Reversed it in the major semi in a nail-biter by 2. And to three-quarter time, it was really anyone's game. But as we saw last night in the 23 division, New South Wales, as Victoria did last night, just put the foot to the floor in that first 5 minutes of the last quarter.
They did. I thought probably the first minute and a half was a little bit even still, and then all of a sudden, a couple of turnovers, some really quick goals, and it really put the pressure right onto Victoria, and Victoria just not able to have any answer. New South Wales able to find Didier Michel under the post. All you can really say to New South Wales is congratulations. They played an absolutely fantastic game. Started off really well. I think that's where they, struggled a little bit last night or yesterday in the semi-final, was that really quick start. Were down by 6, I think, at quarter time. Made it hard for them to get back into the game, but they were able to get there. The same kind of tendency happened in this game. New South Wales were able to push it at the end and come away with the goods.
So far too good in that last term were New South Wales. 18 goals to 10 that final term. And on court 1, Victoria 40-32 in the mixed reserve division. We'll be back very, very shortly with the presentation for those 4 teams.
And we're back here at the 20 and under grand final for 2018, and I'm here with the player of the match, Connor Wilson. Connor, how do you feel?
I'm so tired and so excited that we won. We put in a lot of work, I think more than any other team, so we really deserve this and all the boys really want it. So I'm really so happy for everyone, just everyone who helped us get here. So really, really happy. I'm so happy.
And how do you think your game was today? We've given you player of the match. How did you see your performance?
I kind of remember the game. I was honestly, I kind of remember. So again, so happy. Everyone played really well, all the way for the shooters. We were really psyched up. So I think keeping positive was the best part about it for sure.
Congratulations on a national championships and well done on player of the match.
So Connor Wilson, phenomenal in that last quarter. 3 intercepts, was just in everything in that second half. Made life really difficult for Victoria. New South Wales 53-42 victors in the 20 and under division. It's their first title in the 20 and under division since that was introduced or changed from the 19 and under division in 2015. And we'll have the presentations very soon, expecting Victorian and New South Wales mixed reserve teams to make it down to the show court. Victoria winning that one 40-32. So we'll have presentations for that very soon. Bit of a break, and then we'll come back at 11:30 for the mixed open division, Victoria and Queensland. And on court 1, Victoria and Queensland again in the men's reserves. There'll be 2 incredibly tough games, and at 1:45 today, I'll be joined by Paige Hadley from the New South Wales Swifts for the men's Open Division Grand Final. New South Wales up against Queensland. They've been playing a bit of cat and mouse all week with their lineups, having played players in positions that you wouldn't normally see them in. They haven't been too concerned about where they finish on the ladder, and have been pretty consistent in their finals play. New South Wales, I think we're out to about an 8-goal lead in the major semi-final, and Queensland came right back at them to only lose by 1. So stay with us as we wait for the 4 teams to descend on the show court for the presentation.
in a game again showing the depth of talent we have in men's netball in this country. Between New South Wales and Victoria, with a score of 53 to 42, our runners-up, Victoria. Our 2018 Men's 20 and Under Champions, New South Wales, Cooper Ellis, Callum Evans, Taylor Fraser, Didia Michelle, Marcus Baruku, Stephen Riborowski, Cooper Thompson, Connor Wilson, Tyson Malaga, Brad Cram, Tom Robson, Coach Dennis Napara, Manager Brooke Berry. Can we have the captain of New South Wales for the shield?
So that concludes the presentations for the 9:30 time slot. Very happy New South Wales side. Dan Cook, New South Wales, just put the foot to the floor in the last quarter to come away with an 11-goal victory. That was an impressive final 15 minutes.
That was a really impressive final 15 minutes. You could see the progression that New South Wales had made throughout the whole week. Probably managing Didi Michelle throughout the early rounds has helped them and benefited them to be able to come away with the goods, not just yesterday, but then the final one that they really wanted to today.
Thanks so much, Dan Cook, for joining us and presenting Connor Wilson with the Medals to Go Player of the Match. Bit of a break now before the 11:30 grand finals. Mixed open Victoria against Queensland on show court, and the men's reserve Victoria up against Queensland on court 1. I will see you back here on the show court at 1:45 for the grand final in the men's open division with Paige Hadley. We'll be back in about half an hour.